everyone, welcome to YourPedia and this is Shubha. So this video is for all the ones who are preparing for SAIL for the position of Assistant Manager Safety. Now you see, whenever you're preparing for any interview, make sure that you have a good practice about the HR questions related to that particular profile and the organization. Now from where you can practice it out? Here in this video, I'm going to guide you some of the most expected HR questions that could be asked in your interview. Make sure that you download the documentation which is available on YourPedia panel also. Take a hard copy, keep on ticking out the questions which you practice with us in our mock sessions, technical snap sessions or the HR sessions. Now you see that HR is not a script that is given or it is in front of the interviewer. HR questions pops up from whatever you say. So make sure that you speak in a very concise and a precise manner in your interview. Now here I'm going to guide you what are the most important verticals from where the HR question can actually come up. The very first is the generic HR questions. The generic HR questions related to about your personality, SWOT analysis, about your project, internship, anything that is related to the generic profile or why you want to join SAIL. A generic and an important HR question. The second comes as company specific question about the organization you are targeting, industry specific questions related to the role specific questions, which role you are going for, have you knowledge about what responsibilities you are going to carry in that domain. Green energy specific questions, questions about government norms, current scenarios. Then there are certain behavioral questions which come up as a case studies, and then comes some miscellaneous questions. So make sure that you practice every vertical because all the verticals are very, very important for your preparation. Now the very first is your generic HR questions. Here it comes it related to your introduction, about the background if you have any in safety management. Why do you work at SAIL? Why do you want to work at SAIL? Your strength, weaknesses, how would you handle work pressure in high risk environment? Where do you see yourself in next 5 years? How would you ensure teamwork among different departments regarding safety protocol? And what motivates you to work in steel industry? Why should we be hiring you on the position of assistant manager safety position? Because remember one thing, even if it is about an introduction, you feel that is a very simple question, but you have to tell about those particular things that take you closer towards your interview, about your selection process. Don't exaggerate your introduction. It is not like more you speak and more chances you have towards selection. That's just a wrong myth in your mind. It's just a myth. I'm telling you one thing, keep your introduction short, keep your introduction logical, that is hitting the pointers, what is requirement of the profile you are going for, and it should be maximum of 1 minute, not more than that. Next it is your company specific questions like why, what do you know about SAIL safety policies, and how would you ensure workplace safety in steel plants, any of the major accidents that has happened in SAIL plants, what lessons did you learn from them, how would you improve SAIL's existing safety culture, how do you think SAIL safety policies compare with the other steel manufacturers, and have you ever visited SAIL plant, and if you have ever visited the SAIL plant, so what are the key observations you have made in your mind at that time, right? So regarding the safety compliances. Next is industry specific questions like what are the most common safety hazards in the steel industry, importance of PPE, how do you handle hazardous material management in a steel manufacturing unit, what safety measures are crucial for handling molten metal, how do you deal with gas leaks in an industrial plant, how would you ensure machine safety in rolling mills, what are the different types of industrial safety audits required in steel plants, and how would you reduce workplace accidents in a high risk industry like steel manufacturing. Then comes some role specific questions that are what are your responsibilities as assistant manager safety, how would you conduct a risk assessment in a steel plant, what steps do you take after identifying a safety violation, can you describe the process of conducting a safety drill, how do you train new employees about workplace safety, how do you promote a culture of safety awareness among employees or among workers, how do you implement BBS program in industrial setting. Then comes green energy specific questions. How can safety measures be integrated into green energy initiatives in the steel industry? Major safety concerns that are set up in solar or wind power plants. How can green energy reduce workplace hazards in steel plants? What do you know about carbon capture, about its safety measures? How does energy and efficiency relate to workplace safety? How does the use of hydrogen in steel making impact safety protocols? Then there is another list of questions related to government norms. It would be about the Factories Act of 1948, Environmental Protection Act, Bureau of Standards, if you know the knowledge about it, NPS Safety National Policy on Safety, Health and Environment at Workplace, Hazardous Waste Management Rules 2016, and many more set of questions. Next comes about the latest trends, the issues which are prevailing, like what are the latest trends in industrial safety in steel sector, how has technology improved industrial safety in recent years, what is the latest AI based safety solutions for steel manufacturing, how does climate change affect workplace safety in steel plants, and what new safety innovations has SAIL implemented in the past 5 years. Then comes psychological or situational. These are the case studies which are asked to you, like tell us a time you have handled a workplace emergency. How do you manage resistance from workers regarding new safety rules? Have you ever disagreed with a senior on a safety issue? How would you handle it? What is the most difficult safety related decision you have ever made? Give an example of how you successfully trained employees on safety measures, and about a time when you had to enforce safety rules despite opposition, and many more such questions. Next comes the miscellaneous part, which carries all the subset questions which I've missed till now. Understanding of safety leadership and organization. How would you be motivating the employees to take their work seriously? How would you balance cost efficiency with safety measures? How do you use data analytics with safety management? What is the role of insurance in workplace safety? Innovations would you like to introduce to improve safety at SAIL? Key differences between proactive and reactive safety management. What role does digital transformation play in improving safety, industrial safety? How do you integrate mental health awareness into workplace safety programs? Can you describe a situation where you had to take an ethical stand in your job? How would you deal with conflicts between employees regarding safety practices? Describe a situation where you had to mediate between a worker and a management regarding a safety concern. What methods do you use to ensure employees retain safety training information, and many more. I've just read in between some of the questions for you so that you get an idea what are the most expected questions that could be asked from most important verticals too, which I've mentioned in this documentation. Rest, for the complete knowledge, please go and download the documentation. That is going to be really helpful for you. And last but not the least, practice through the mock sessions and the interview snap sessions. They actually help you out to improve your confidence, boost out your knowledge, improve the jargons, and yes, get good content for these questions preparation. All the best guys, take care, and in case of any doubts, just pop up in the comment section. Have a good day. Bye bye.